Hello and welcome to traders and investors. I'm glad to present you the daily market review prepared by analysts and experts from fx.co portal. Here we go. Today is the 2nd of March and we're starting from the euro-dollar pair with Jakub Nowak as usual. But first, let's have a look on 5-minute chart for analyzing yesterday's transactions. The test of 1.0614 occurred when the MACD line was already far from zero, so the upside potential was limited. Sometime later, there were sales at 1.0640. But there was not much success as the pair moved by only 10 pips. Demand returned immediately after the short decline. No other signals appeared for the rest of the day. Although manufacturing PMI in the euro area was not as impressive as expected, euro-dollar pair rose because Germany's inflation data beat forecasts. Weak ISM data in the US also did not help dollar recover, even though markets already expected such figures. Today, a number of reports are expected, particularly on the labor market and inflation. If Eurozone inflation comes in above expectations, the pair will climb to new weekly highs. The ECB's monetary policy meeting report and speech by board member Isabel Schnabel will not be of interest. In the afternoon, the US will release data on jobless claims, followed by a change in the labor force productivity. However, both are unlikely to have much impact on the market. If euro bulls fail to hit weekly highs in the morning, the pair may see a strong decline during the US session. For long positions, buy euro when the quote reached 1.0660. And take profit at the price of 1.0685. Growth will occur if reports show that inflation in the euro area rose in February. However, make sure that when buying, the MACD line is above zero or is starting to rise from it. Euro can also be bought at 1.0635. But the MACD line should be in the oversold area, as only by that will the market reverse to 1.0660 and 1.0685. For short positions, sell euro when the quote reaches 1.0635 and take profit at the price of 1.0608. Pressure will return if inflationary pressure in the region decreases. However, make sure that when selling, the MACD line is below zero or is starting to move down from it. Euro can also be sold at 1.0660. But the MACD line should be in the overbought area, as only by that will the market reverse to 1.0635 and 1.0608. Gold, sweet gold, working from the support and resistance levels. Dimitris Tsoupas describes. Early in the European session, gold is trading around 1835, below the 21 SMA and below the strong resistance at 38 Muri. Yesterday during the American session, gold managed to reach 1844, which coincides with 38 Muri level, and failed to break it. Since then, we're observing a technical correction. In case the technical correction continues in the next few hours, it's likely that could fall towards the 200 AMA, located at 1830. If the downward pressure continues, it could find strong support in the 1818 area. This level coincides with the gap that was left on February 28. According to the daily chart, we can see that the 21 SMA is located around 1850, which could become strong resistance and could prevent gold from a further rise. Therefore, as long as gold is trading below 1850, any technical bounce could be seen as a signal to sell, with targets at the psychological level of 1800. Our trading plan for the next few hours is to sell below 1843, with targets at 1830, 200 EMA, and 1818, the gap, which coincides with the bottom of the uptrend channel. On the other hand, as long as the instrument is trading above 28 Murray, located at 1812, it could be seen as a signal to resume buying with the targets at 1843 and 1850. Here is Bull's plan for USD GPY. This plan is presented by Ari of Muckmore. Let's have a look. Currently, on the daily chart, USD GPY pair seems trying to test and break above the level 138.17. When the rally movement above confirmed by the price movement which is above the EMA 10. And CCI indicator successfully break above the level -100 and 100, which indicates that buyers are dominating this market. So that, if the 138.17 level is successfully broken, USD GPY will potentially continue strengthening up to 142.24 in the next few days. However, it should be noted if there is a downward correction beyond the 129.81 and or the CCI indicator penetrates below the uptrend line, it's very likely that the bull scenario will become invalid and cancel itself. The next station is Aussie. Laurie Bailey with AUD-USD pair. The Australian dollar gained 32 pips yesterday and closed the day with a white candlestick and settled above support at 0.6730. The Marlin oscillator behaves with restraint. This morning, there was already an attempt to attack this support, 0.6730. The attempts will probably be repeated since the situation on the smaller timeframes is consistent with such a plan. A success will allow the price to establish itself in the starting positions for a breakout to the next support at 0.6640. In case it crosses yesterday's high, 0.6786, the Aussie will try to take a high target level at 0.67 68.73. January 19th low. On the 4-hour chart, yesterday's rise was stopped by the resistance of the balance and the MACD lines. The Marlin oscillator is in the positive area, but since it belongs to the leading oscillators, it can fall and return to the negative area. The signals is when the price settles below the 0.6730. That's all for today. See you online soon. Good luck.